The streets usually calm can turn into chaos in just a moment of recklessness. Roaring engines, flashing lights, and racing heartbeats. It's a game of speed decisions and survival. Every passing second has the power to change the outcome. One evening in early July 2016 in Chicago, the Tinley Park police radio went off an armed robbery, and 4 suspects were on the run. Patrol units spotted the suspect vehicle. Instead of surrendering, the car accelerated straight into the crowded streets. Sirens blared. The high-speed chase was on, heading straight toward Chicago.
We got lights activated on this vehicle. Step out! Step out! Step out! Get out!
Coming from the ramp on the 31st.
Get out!
0174.
The car doors remained tightly shut. In that silent moment, everything was at stake, the fine line between a simple choice and irreversible consequences. The people inside, once ordinary, were now caught in a spiral with no way out.
Northbound on Halsted 123. Northbound on Halsted 123. We're likely going to be bailing. Hold on. Driving through a lot on 123. Eastbound 123rd from Halsted. Eastbound 123rd, passing Union. Give me CPD, get him.
129 passing Union, requesting CPD.
Passing Wallace.
129 passing Wallace.
Northbound in the alley of Wallace. Bailing. Hang on, they're still in.
Northbound in the alley of Wallace.
Chicago is going crazy because of roaring car engines. A daily chase turns into a deadly battle. Red lights left far behind. At the intersection of 124th and Union, disaster strikes. The suspect's car crashes like a rocket into a police SUV carrying 4 people. The violent crash pushes the police car into a house, smashing the driveway. The suspect's car flips, rolls, sparks fly. Then it lies still in the darkness. Twisted metal, shattered glass scattered everywhere. The 4 robbers inside the car lay motionless. Jimmy Malone and Ronald Arrington had taken their last breath. 4 Chicago officers crawled out of the mangled SUV, severely injured, but alive. The neighborhood fell into a stunned silence. Homes damaged, streets in ruins. No one could have imagined that a decision to flee would turn this place into a battlefield. The grim tally: 2 dead, 4 officers rushed to the hospital, and the entire neighborhood thrown into panic. A few minutes of madness had claimed lives and left a stark reminder of how fragile the line is between peace and chaos. June 6, 2016, Highland Township. She sat in the black SUV, heart pounding. The fake name she had given didn't sound very convincing. The police were running her information. In just a moment, everything would be exposed. She had to choose: sit still and wait for the handcuffs, or hit the gas and vanish. Hands gripping the wheel, foot pressing the pedal. The speedometer soared, tires screeched. Red and blue lights flashed in the mirrors. The game had begun.
Negative. Someone must stop 59 and run.
On M59, the black SUV broke the silence. Mercedes Morris was behind the wheel, not just any driver, but someone with multiple warrants out for her arrest. She took sharp turns, swerving across lanes, forcing other cars to dodge. The camera caught headlights flashing, the SUV swaying dangerously like it was about to lose control. The police kept chasing her non-stop. The sirens didn't scare Morris, but the faster she went, the closer she got to an unexpected ending. Just 4 minutes, and it was all over. Mercedes Morris lost control near the intersection of Ridge and M59, crashing the SUV into a utility pole. Surrounded by police vehicles, Morris was pulled out without resistance and handcuffed. Charges piled up: fleeing, providing false information, driving with a suspended license, reckless driving, and damaging public property. What began as a routine traffic stop ended anything but routine. No one died, but the incident proved how a single mistake can have devastating consequences. In the end, Morris couldn't escape. Night in Oklahoma City. A red pickup sped the wrong way, shattering the quiet. Police lights flashed behind, but the driver didn't slow down, accelerating instead. Officers pursued with tense urgency. A dangerous chase had begun where no mistakes could be allowed.
Just hit him in the car, pulling up in the car. Yeah, it's in for it. He almost hit me with the car. Got that again.
The normally calm streets suddenly turned into a battlefield. Cars sped recklessly, weaving through traffic. Police pursued, hearts racing. One wrong decision, one minor collision, and disaster could strike. Law enforcement had to react instantly. The suspect had to be held fully accountable for their actions. From a single mistake came consequences that could not be undone. The streets of La Crosse erupted into chaos. The stolen car sped through the city with police desperately in pursuit. Huff 25 had no intention of stopping, each acceleration a direct challenge to the law and the lives of bystanders. In mere seconds, the peaceful streets turned perilous, and one wrong decision could turn everything into disaster. The engine roared as Huff, panicking, barreled straight into Swift Creek. Police jumped into action, rescue ropes swung, but the rushing water dragged the car deeper, pulling everything into chaos. There was no turning back, only panic and danger with every passing second. The SUV slowly sank into the water, Huff struggling in panic, powerless against the vehicle's powerful pull. Rescue teams dove in, threw ropes, and hauled him to the surface in a few heart-stopping minutes. Huff was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, What began as a routine traffic stop had turned into a dramatic underwater chase and rescue with a slew of charges awaiting Huff fleeing from police, driving a stolen vehicle, reckless driving, and multiple other violations. Morning of July 20, 2025. Moxie, Washington. Michael Rowe, 49, sped through a stop sign and crashed into another vehicle. But instead of stopping, he escalated the situation. Racial slurs rang out as the victim tried to note the license plate holding a piece of metal as if ready to strike. The tension was electric, the atmosphere on the verge of exploding. Rowe jumped back into his vehicle as the police arrived, and in an instant, a high-speed chase erupted. He floored the gas, speeding down rural roads, running stop signs, and weaving dangerously between lanes. Officers pursued closely, balancing the safety of bystanders while calculating each move to intercept him before disaster struck.
Right off the first 90-degree corner.
721 to the 9 Boulevard. Boulevard crash out first corner on slope from command.
The streets of Moxie erupted into chaos. Michael Rowe tore through running stop signs and crashing into fences. No one else was injured, but the neighborhood shook with the sound of metal colliding. In the blink of an eye, road rage turned into a dangerous chase. Police intervened just in time. Rowe was apprehended, and a stack of charges piled up against him, all stemming from a single moment of lost control. In this world, one reckless decision, one careless push of the gas pedal can turn everything upside down. Familiar streets can become battlefields in the blink of an eye. Speed risk and consequences all face the aftermath of that choice. And as night falls, you realize peace is fragile, and chaos is always lurking just a heartbeat away.